Hello, and welcome back to Factorio. We are in exotic industries, and I have jobs I should be doing, and jobs I need to do, and jobs I want to do. So we'll go through some of them. So, I should be making sulfuric acid from sulfur chunks. We have been mining sulfur chunks for pretty much as long as we have been doing core mining. It's not called core mining, is it? But whatever these things are, deep mining. So we've got all these sulfur chunks just sat there. We're not freeing up this module for building things in, and it looks like I can make sulfuric acid from chunks, and it's almost free, and it doesn't use any petroleum, so it's pretty much a win-win-win. So that's one thing we could be doing, but we're not going to. Okay, here we are. So I'm not doing that. I should be doing the Spidertron army, because I should be sending out Spidertrons to clear our area around our base and make our base safe, and starting to lay out a rail network out of our base into the wilds. But I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to build the next tier of science. And we don't need the next tier of science. We still have all this yellow research to do before we get to the science which requires greens. But there you are. We're going to have a look at that today. Because I feel like it, basically. So I've come over here where there's a bit of space. There's a mine in the way here. Maybe we can trim some of this back. Do you remember when this was right on our border walls? Yeah, that was a while ago. Alright, so let's have a look at this module here. So, let's look in the crafting menu. The next tier of science is the Advanced Computer Age Technology Pack. And it requires electric engine units, arithmetic combinators, simulation data, and ammonia gas. Now, of those, we have everything. We can make the arithmetic combinators in module, because they're just made from simple components. And we are making all the other things somewhere. So I think, fingers crossed, this should be a straightforward build. The issue is this is a 28-second crafting time. So we really are into the realm of where our builds should be using modules, because there's no way we're going to get a sensible throughput of this. So, other things. I have been building with blue assembly machines. It is time for us to move to building with greens by default. We are going to need some requests for things. We're going to need to put out some products. Let's have a look. Let's grab this. Okay, and put it down here. And then I just noticed that science wasn't sciencing. Let's have a look. Where? Here we are. Oh, science is sciencing. It's just slow. Okay, so it looks like we don't have enough labs, which is an interesting problem to have. I can't be bothered to fix this problem. We could just copy paste this whole lab module. But seeing as we're moving away from these techs soon anyway, I'm not sure if it's worth it or not. So let's not. Okay, now that I've talked myself out of doing the thing. Alright. So, this Advanced Computer Age Tech. This is going to make arithmetic combinators. That is the correct one? Yeah, it is arithmetics with the little plus sign. And... oh, it's a 2-to-1. Near enough. No, it's a many-to-1. Okay, let's have a look. So this requires 5.3 combinators per minute. This produces 150 per minute. So it's one of these to an entire build of this. That's absolutely fine by me. And this just requires copper cabling and circuits. So we can probably get away with running this at half speed. Let's just put down the machines anyway, and I'll build it as if things have to run at full speed, which obviously it doesn't need to. Okay. So. This requires 2 of these to run at full speed. That's interesting to know. Okay, so that is ratioed out if we wanted to do a fully 2 ratio build. So this produces 150 per minute. One of these is consuming 5. 5 into 15 is 30. So we could run roughly 30 of these from this build. Okay. And I'm just putting things down. I'm not really thinking of this as a proper build yet. Okay. So one of these produces 21 science packs per minute. That seems quite high. Let's go back over here. One of these is 120. This whole build is 480 per minute. Okay. This build is 180 per minute. This is 200, but I think it was aiming at 180 and I overshot. Okay, and one of these is 20. 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60... Okay, so it's not a big build. Okay, so 9 of these is 190 something. 8 of these is 170 something. I'm going to do a half build. And this may be the... Yeah. Okay, that's our ammonia. And this thing requires one of these, obviously, but we really don't need the full output of this. So let's just double check the rates. I want to get this, I want to know that this will run without me needing to think about it again. Okay, so these would consume 42 arithmetics. This produces 150. We're running it at half speed because it's only got 1 coil maker. So that is 75. And then we're running that at half speed because we're only doing 1 of 2 copper plates. So it's half of 75, which is half of 50 plus half of 25 is 25. Plus half of 25 is 37-ish. And we need 42. Okay, so we need to run this with 2 copper plate assemblers just to make sure we've got enough. Okay, and then this is going to be a left-right build, I think. So that when we get this done, we'll be able to take the whole of this and flip it and get another working build the other side to double our science. Okay. And to that end, let's build it this side. Grab that. Let's put it where? We're not strapped for space in this build, so let's build in a neat way. I don't see why we shouldn't. Good. So that's that dealt with. We can put an underground here so that we have a place to put our copper display plate. This is going to be that one. Awesome sauce. Okay, then this build... These have how many inputs? 3. So I can bring in the electric engine unit and the simulation data on a belt. And then we'd have an extra belt, which is the arithmetic combinator. So that would go there. And let's put it out low down. Okay, this needs to be fed some copper coil. Okay, and then how do I want to do this? Okay, I'm starting to think that I would like to have pinched one more tile. Let's move that over one. That lets us place those there. Okay, then we can have a requester here for copper bullion. Okay, so then they're just feeding directly off the machine there. So that looks correct to me. So then we need those inputs can go like that, and then the combinators can be in between. Good. Then I think we can do the whole of this with substations. Let's put one substation up high. Is that gonna... don't think that's gonna power the other half of the build. Okay, so let's... this might not be a substation thing. This might be a cables. Okay, let's do it with cables and see how it looks. Don't like that one up there, but I do like one there. Is that alright? That's just ugly. Move that back. Okay, so then this is straightforward. This is just requesting in ammonia. Okay, and then we have these two. Ooh, and then I've run out of tiles. We can do it like this instead. That works. Okay, so this is circuits. And data, wasn't it? Where are the data cards? Simulation data. Just double check. Yeah, that is simulation data. Alright, so if I fire this up, this should now start building. Alright, now, that's all well and good, but I can't research these in a standard lab. Let's go back. So we have the burner lab, we're past that phase. We have the lab, which is what we're using currently. That can only consume the first 4 sciences. Then we have an advanced lab. So I think advanced lab is what we need next. So let us go find the factory and see if we're making these things. Here we go. Good. So there's these here which are small blah-de-blahs. Computer cores. No sign of advanced labs. So we'll make some here. And we'll set a limit. I want to limit this to advanced labs less than 2. Good, but I also want to grab the first one. And what do these take to make? 10 labs for one of these. Okay, so maybe we don't need very many. I don't know. Or maybe you're supposed to beacon them. I can upgrade this inserter to a stack inserter, I'm guessing. And we've got a warning about... Ah, I never put a drone into the copper bullion. Okay. Okay, let's decide where these labs are going to go. Because they can't go here, obviously. I quite like the idea of putting them here. Yeah, let's do that. So what does this still make? It's simulation data that it's waiting on. Okay. Can I just help that along? Yeah, I can. I've got no real idea how big these machines are either. It's going to take a little while to craft. Can I even grab it before it gets put out by the inserter? I am not sure. We will race it. Nope, I'm not as quick as the inserter. Okay, advanced lab. Good. Oh, it is a monster. Okay, so we're not going to have many of these. Right. And I thought it could go here. Okay, and then we had forgotten the copper bullion truck. There we go. Okay, so this can take everything, including all the basic techs. So this does look like it's a replacement. Okay. And takes loads of modules. So I think the plan, at least for now, is going to be to have very few of these. Research speed 15. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have very few of these. They're going to be fed by, they're going to be surrounded by beacons. They're going to be moduled to hell and back again. And that's going to be the plan. So, is that even central? That can be central, can't it? We are going to power it with something like that. I'm tempted to do a nice pretty flooring decal, but we can get to that later, I guess. Okay, then just how many techs does it take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 techs. Wow, that's excessive. And I'm just wondering, is there a future research machine? One way we can ask that is put one of these down and have a look for what we could request, because we could request research machines. So the advanced lab, then there's the computer core, blah, blah, blah. No, so the advanced lab does appear to be the end game lab. All right. I'm just going to pop the grid on, because yeah, this is an even number of tiles, but we obviously have these in threes. I was just trying to figure out why things didn't look quite right to my eye. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Then we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I might... Okay, so that's all the requesters I think we will ever need. And where should we start? Let's start... Oh no. Let's start here. So this is going to be... If we're doing it as a clock face... I am now completely overthinking this. Okay. If we're doing a clock face, then we would have this one... Whoops, there we are. red, green, blue. Then this one is yellow, light green. Okay, then this would be that battery, purple battery, then the orange battery, and then the trans battery. Let's move those over one. Then this will be the I was about to say something rude there, but I'm in public, so I'm not going to. And similarly there. Okay, so those are all the inputs. I can turn off the annoying grid now. And what's the plan going to be here? It's going to be... we can stick with a... this, basically. Good, that doesn't quite fit, and that doesn't quite fit, and that doesn't quite fit. So I think we are pretty perfect. Practically perfect in every way, as the good lady said. Alright, grab this. Whoops, that's not the right place. Okay, so this has a jump of 4 and this has a jump of 2. So this is telling me that this whole thing needs to move down by a single tile. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Let's let this shake it out. And then I'm going to add a truck to each of these. Here we are. Awesome. So this will get built in a moment. Let's head up here. Do we have any of this stuff? No, we don't. So what's going on? We have the ammonia gas. We have the simulation data. That was a horrible mistake. Okay, so this should have been red engines. Okay, let's clear all this off. The green circuits can just be trashed. They can go back into whatever world they exist in. Okay. This needed green circuits. That's why green circuits were on my brain. Okay. So this build is not ideal, is it? Because I haven't got anywhere to put. Let's take that out and what's the best way to do this? Let's cut all this. Alright. So I can put in a green circuit request here. Okay, then we can put this build back. This can be fed from there. Okay, that works. And then... yeah, I'm happy. So... those need trucks. This needs to exist. It needs a truck. Right, what's the next part of the process? Let's check to see if this is working. Okay, this is researching. Yeah, it's working. Alright, so I just want to quickly have a look at the speed of this. So this is 15 per minute. And our array of labs here. These are doing 90 per minute. Okay, so yeah, 15 and 90, so there's quite a big difference there. So I need 6 of these to match. But I think the point is that I beacon and module this. And then once it's beacon and moduled, I could always put down a second build, I guess. So I haven't looked at beacons at all. What do we have? No. Do we have them? No. I'm not seeing something that looks like a beacon. Let's ask. No recipes found for beacons. Okay, so that does answer the question, doesn't it? We haven't yet unlocked beacons. Cooled beacon. Okay. I'm going to knock off all these researches because they were just there for something to do. Okay, that's the cooled beacon put back in. We don't yet have advanced computing science. Still waiting on the arithmetic. What's going on here? Doesn't have either of its things. Okay, we're out of petroleum. We haven't got petrol supplied. Let's have a look at our petrol, because this could be the problem. Okay, so there is some petrol in here, but not very much. There's some in here, but not very much. And again, some here, but not very much. So it looks like we're at the limit of our petrol throughput. And these are all running full speed. These are all running full speed. All of the trucks are out getting raw fuel. Okay, let's have a look. How are we doing here? This is empty. So we have reached the limit of what we can do with the amount of petrol we're feeding in the system. And just out of interest... No, this doesn't seem to be being... Yeah, it is being used a bit. So this is a sink on our petroleum. So we do need to move sulfuric acid. Okay, so I think we need to move over to the other sulfuric acid program. Are we still not? Oh dear, this is a bit annoying. Just for the sake of... Yeah, let's do that just to get something built. Because I want to see this lab running with this tech in it before we do anything else. Right, let's have a quick look on the map. So this petroleum clearly is insufficient for our needs. There is, oh, advanced computer age technology pack at 51 hours, great. We've got some crude oil here we could tap. Then we have some crude oil here we could tap. I think it might be easiest to tap this, to be honest. Anyway, that's something I can do off screen. You don't need to watch me put out some pump jacks. But anyway, we did manage to get... Did we? Why am I... Oh, this game. This is crafting. It's just taking a very long time. Okay, so that is crafting. It's put out its products here. They are getting into the truck. Good. fill that up just manually. And there should be a truck coming to get this. There is. We're going to ride it. Because it seems to be a bit of a thing. Each time we get a science pack, we ride the truck. Awesome. So now this science is in here. And we've started our beacon research. I'm very pleased by that. Okay, so this obviously is unsustainable currently, but it's going to pan out, isn't it? We are going to get... I'm just wondering, how full is this of... Oh, it's only got a little bit of petroleum. I could be dumping this petroleum into a refueling truck. Maybe that's not such a daft idea, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So where is the refueling thingy? Here. I know I'm automating them, but I just can't be bothered to find it. Okay. So can I fit one of these in? No, I'm never quite sure which way round these go. So I could try and fit this in here. Or is there somewhere else in this footprint that it would fit nicely? I mean, it would fit down here, but that's a bit all around the houses. Maybe that is the right place for it. Yeah, I'm going to fit it in here. In fact, I'm going to fit it here. Alright, so... like that. No. There. Oh, it is going to have to be a red underground after all. Have I done that too far? Yeah. There we go. Alright. So this can go back there. And I'm just going to put one... I think 2 trucks is enough in there. It produces so little petroleum. Okay, let's move that up 1 for symmetry's sake. Yeah, I think so. And I'm going to cut this off. There we go. Alright. We still haven't had... Oh, this is annoying. I'm really annoyed by this. And we've got a bit of missing road. Alright. Well, we can fix that. That's a problem we can fix. Good. Alright, that will get fixed now. Yeah, that's really ticking up so slowly. This is a real problem. So, not having petroleum... Let's have a quick... Can we power this? Yeah. Yeah, so there's no ingredients here. All this is consuming its entire thing of petroleum. And all of these trucks are out. And this is empty. So, alright, this answers the question about what's happening next. I'm going to leave this episode here because we are obviously just out of petroleum in the factory. I need to bring more crude oil in. And that's not something you need to watch me do. So I'm going to end here. Next time we will have enough crude oil. And fingers crossed, we will also have this science being... Just as I said I wouldn't stick around and wait for it. Right, I am still going to get more crude oil in. I'm going to look at the alternate sulfuric acid recipe just to relieve the pressure on petroleum. and then next time we are definitely going to have a look at modules, because if we're making beacons, we need modules. But until then, we have today managed to get a new tier of science and a new tier of lab. So I think that's pretty successful. So with that, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.